Welcome to the All Sorts podcast, where we dive deep into some really cool corners of knowledge.
That's great.
And today we're tackling a topic
Yeah.
that is, I think, shrouded in both mystique and skepticism: hypnosis.
It certainly is a topic that captures the imagination.
Well, it does. I mean, think about it. We've all seen those stage hypnotists seemingly bending people to their will, making them cluck like chickens or forget their own names. And then there's all this buzz about past life regression, unlocking hidden memories, even using it for therapy.
Yeah.
It feels almost like magic.
It does have that sort of allure to it.
But today we're going to separate that Hollywood hype from the scientific reality.
That's right. We're going to try and do that.
We've got a stack of research articles, expert opinions, even a peek into how therapists are using hypnosis in their practice.
A lot of different perspectives to consider.
Okay, so less magic, more method.
Yeah.
Let's start with that classic image of the hypnotist with a swirling pocket watch, taking complete control of someone's mind.
Yeah.
Is that truly possible? Is hypnosis really mind control?
You know, that's the question everyone wants to know the answer to.
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? I have to admit, I've always been a bit skeptical about that.
And you should be. There's a healthy amount of skepticism when it comes to this topic.
So what do the experts say?
Well, experts are pretty clear on this one.
Okay.
That whole mind control thing is pure fiction.
Really?
Studies consistently show that even when deeply hypnotized, people remain aware and can resist suggestions they find unacceptable.
So no worries about getting hypnotized into robbing a bank?
No.
Or revealing my deepest secrets then?
No, not really.
Okay.
It's not quite like that. But what is fascinating is that while you're not a mindless puppet, hypnosis does tap into this heightened state of suggestibility.
Okay.
It's like when you're completely engrossed in a movie or a book, you're more open to the emotions and ideas being presented, right?
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Like you willingly suspend your disbelief and just go along for the ride.
Exactly. Hypnosis is a bit like that, a guided experience where you're more receptive to suggestions, but you're still ultimately in control.
Okay, so it's not mind control, but it does involve being more suggestible.
Right.
What's actually going on in the brain during hypnosis? Is it like a sleep-like trance?
That's another really common misconception.
Okay.
It's not sleep brains. Brain imaging studies actually showed distinct changes in activity during hypnosis. Particularly in areas related to attention and awareness. It's more like a shift in consciousness, a state of focused attention, where the analytical part of your mind takes a backseat.
So there are actual measurable changes happening.
That's right.
That's pretty compelling evidence that it's not just people faking it.
Exactly. And that brings us to another intriguing question. Can you pretend to be hypnotized?
I was just wondering about that. I mean, some people are really good actors.
Oh, absolutely. You can certainly fake it. But here's the thing. Research using brain imaging has shown distinct physiological differences between people genuinely responding to hypnotic suggestions and those pretending.
Wow.
For example, when hypnotized subjects were asked to see an object that wasn't there, their brain regions associated with visual processing actually lit up.
Wow. So their brains were actually reacting as if they were seeing the object.
That's what the research suggests. It further reinforces the idea that something real is happening during hypnosis, beyond just acting or imagination.
Okay, so we've established that it's not mind control, it's not sleep, and there's evidence of real changes in the brain.
Right.
But what can hypnosis actually be used for?
Yeah.
Is it just a cool party trick?
Right.
Or are there real-world applications?
Well, this is where things get really interesting.
Okay.
Research shows hypnosis can be a surprisingly powerful tool for a whole range of issues.
Like what?
It's been shown to be highly effective for pain management.
Oh, wow.
Particularly for conditions like IBS and PTSD. Imagine that. Using the power of your mind to manage pain.
I've also heard it can be helpful for insomnia, which is something I definitely struggle with.
Yes. There's promising research in that area as well. And the applications go even further, managing anxiety, easing depression, quitting smoking, and even speeding up wound healing. There's a whole world of therapeutic potential being explored.
Okay. I have to admit, my skepticism is starting to melt away a bit. If it can actually help with all those things, that's pretty impressive.
It is impressive.
But I'm curious, is everyone susceptible to hypnosis?
Yeah.
Could I be hypnotized?
That's a question a lot of people ask. It's like any personality trait. Some folks are naturally more hypnotizable than others.
So it's like some people are naturally more flexible or outgoing.
Exactly. Think of it this way. Some people are more easily absorbed in a book or a movie, while others find it harder to tune out distractions.
Okay.
It's a similar concept with hypnosis.
Okay, so some people might be more susceptible than others. But does that mean you need special skills to actually hypnotize someone? Do you need to be some kind of mystical guru with a booming voice?
Not at all. In fact, you don't need any supernatural powers or special gifts.
So what do you need?
The most important skill is building rapport and trust.
Okay.
It's more about creating a safe and comfortable environment where someone feels open to suggestion.
That makes sense. It's like any therapeutic relationship. It's about connection and understanding.
Exactly. And that brings us to another fascinating aspect of hypnosis that's often portrayed in movies' past life regression.
Ooh.
That idea that hypnosis can unlock memories from previous lifetimes always seemed a bit far-fetched to me.
Oh, definitely. I'm super curious about this one. Can we really access memories from past lives through hypnosis?
Well, here's where the science gets a little more murky. While some people claim to have experienced vivid past life regressions, the current scientific consensus is that memories retrieved this way aren't necessarily accurate historical accounts.
So those dramatic scenes where someone suddenly remembers being Cleopatra or a knight in shining armor? Probably not happening.
It's probably more nuanced than that.
Yeah.
What's fascinating is that research suggests these past life memories often reflect present-day beliefs, anxieties, or even pop culture influences.
So it's more about the person's imagination and current state of mind influencing what they remember rather than them actually accessing genuine past life memories.
That seems to be the case. It highlights how complex and malleable memory is and how easily it can be influenced even under hypnosis.
That's really interesting. I never thought about it that way. But it makes sense given what we've already learned about suggestibility.
It does. It reminds us that while hypnosis is a powerful tool, it's important to approach it with a healthy dose of critical thinking and a clear understanding of its limitations.
Okay, I think we've got a good job unpacking some of the basic myths and realities of hypnosis so far.
Yeah, we've made some good progress.
We've busted the myth of mind control, explored the role of suggestibility, and even touched on the fascinating science behind it. What's next on our hypnotic adventure?
Well, now that we have a clearer understanding of what hypnosis is and isn't, we can dive deeper into its specific applications, both in therapy and beyond.
Sounds intriguing. I'm ready to go down the rabbit hole even further. But first, before we move on, let's remind our listeners about something equally captivating.
Yes.
The All Sorts podcast. If you're finding this exploration as mind-bending as we are, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel on YouTube.
Yes. Join our ever-growing community of curious minds. Subscribe to the All Sorts podcast on YouTube.
And if you're really enjoying this deep dive, share it with your friends who might also be fascinated by the power of the mind.
Absolutely.
The more we share, the more we learn and grow together.
That's right. Sharing is caring.
Now let's delve into the fascinating world of hypnotic applications. One area that's gaining increasing attention is the use of hypnosis for managing chronic pain.
Okay.
That's a topic I'm personally interested in. I have a friend who suffers from chronic back pain.
Okay.
And traditional treatments haven't provided much relief.
I see.
So how does hypnosis help with this kind of chronic pain?
Well, chronic pain is a complex issue, and traditional approaches often fall short.
Yeah.
What's fascinating is that research suggests hypnosis can be a surprisingly effective tool for managing chronic pain, even when other therapies haven't worked.
So how does it work?
Yeah.
Does hypnosis actually make the pain go away completely?
Well, it's not about magically erasing the pain, but rather about changing how the brain perceives and responds to it.
Okay.
Think of it this way. Our experience of pain is influenced not only by physical sensations, but also by our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs.
So our mental state can actually amplify or diminish the feeling of pain.
Exactly. And that's where hypnosis comes in.
Okay.
By inducing a state of deep relaxation and focused attention, hypnosis can help individuals to shift their focus away from the pain, reduce their emotional distress, and develop coping strategies for managing it more effectively.
So it's not about pretending the pain isn't there, but rather about empowering people to manage it differently.
Precisely. And the research supports this.
Oh, wow.
Studies have shown that hypnosis can lead to significant reductions in pain intensity, improvements in mood and sleep quality, and even a decrease in the need for pain medication.
That's incredible. It sounds like a game changer for people who have been struggling with chronic pain.
It has the potential to be.
Yeah.
Of course, it's important to note that hypnosis isn't a one-size-fits-all solution.
Right.
And it may not be effective for everyone, but for many individuals, it can be a valuable tool for managing chronic pain and improving their overall quality of life.
I can definitely see the appeal. It's a non-invasive, drug-free approach that empowers people to tap into their own inner resources for healing.
Exactly. And that's what makes hypnosis so compelling.
Yeah.
It's about harnessing the power of the mind to create positive change.
Okay, so hypnosis shows promise for managing chronic pain. Are there any other specific health conditions where it's being used as actively?
Absolutely. Another area where hypnosis is gaining traction is in the treatment of anxiety disorders.
Oh, anxiety is such a widespread issue these days. I've heard of people trying everything from meditation to medication with varying degrees of success. How does hypnosis fit into the picture?
Well, anxiety often stems from negative thought patterns and a heightened sense of fear or worry.
Okay.
Hypnosis can be a powerful tool for interrupting these patterns and creating a sense of calm and control.
So it's about retraining the mind to respond differently to perceived threats.
Exactly. Hypnosis can help individuals to identify and challenge their negative thoughts, develop relaxation techniques, and visualize themselves coping effectively with anxiety-provoking situations.
It sounds like a way of empowering people to take charge of their anxiety rather than feeling overwhelmed by it.
That's the key.
Yeah.
Studies have shown that hypnosis can be effective in reducing anxiety symptoms in a range of conditions, including generalized anxiety disorder, social anxiety, and even panic attacks.
That's impressive. It's almost like giving people a mental toolkit for managing their anxiety.
It is. And the beauty of hypnosis is that it's a collaborative process.
Okay.
The therapist works with the individual to tailor the suggestions and techniques to their specific needs and goals.
So it's not a one-size-fits-all approach,
right,
but rather a personalized journey of self-discovery and healing.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And that's what makes hypnosis so powerful.
Yeah.
It's about tapping into the individual's inner resources and empowering them to create positive change.
Okay. I think we've covered a lot of ground in this first part of our deep dive into hypnosis. We've busted some myths, explored the science, and even delved into some of its therapeutic applications.
We've made good progress.
It's like we've opened a door to a whole new realm of possibilities.
It does feel that way.
But before we venture further, let's take a moment to remind our listeners about the incredible world of the All Sorts podcast.
Yes, let's do that.
If you're enjoying this exploration of hypnosis, we encourage you to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel on YouTube.
Yes, join our ever-growing community of curious minds. Subscribe to the All Sorts podcast on YouTube and follow us on X, Instagram, and Threads for more bite-sized insights and behind-the-scenes fun.
And if you're really enjoying this deep dive, share it with your friends who might also be fascinated by the power of the mind.
That's right. Spread the word.
The more we share, the more we learn and grow together.
Exactly.
Now let's move on to the next chapter of our hypnotic adventure.
Okay.
We'll be exploring some of the more intriguing and controversial aspects of hypnosis, including its use in forensic investigations and the fascinating, albeit controversial, world of age regression.
It's going to get interesting.
Sounds fascinating. I can't wait to dive in first. Stay tuned, folks, as we continue our exploration of the captivating world of hypnosis right here on the All Sorts podcast.
We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back to the All Sorts podcast and our ongoing exploration of the fascinating world of hypnosis.
We're picking up right where we left off, ready to delve into some of the more intriguing and, let's be honest, slightly controversial uses of hypnosis.
Indeed. Last time we established that hypnosis isn't about mind control, but rather a state of heightened suggestibility. Now let's explore how this suggestibility can be harnessed for various purposes, starting with the realm of forensic investigation.
Okay, so hypnosis and solving crimes. It sounds like something straight out of a detective novel. How does that even work?
Well, imagine a witness struggling to recall crucial details of a crime due to trauma or stress.
Right.
Hypnosis can sometimes help them access those buried memories.
So it's like unlocking a hidden file in the brain's database.
That's a great analogy. It's not about forcing memories to surface, but rather creating a relaxed and focused state where the witness can more easily access information that might otherwise be blocked.
But I've heard that memories retrieved through hypnosis can be unreliable.
Yeah.
Is there a risk of creating false memories?
That's a valid concern, and it's why the use of hypnosis in forensics is so controversial. While hypnosis can sometimes help retrieve genuine memories, it's also possible for suggestions, either intentional or unintentional, to influence what's recalled.
So it's a delicate tool that needs to be handled with extreme care.
Absolutely. Ethical guidelines are crucial here.
Right.
It's vital that investigators avoid leading questions or suggestions that could contaminate a witness's memory.
Okay.
The goal is to facilitate the retrieval of accurate information, not to create false memories.
That makes sense. So hypnosis in forensics is a powerful tool, but one that requires strict ethical considerations. What about age regression? We touched on past life regression earlier, but I'm curious about age regression within this lifetime.
Age regression is another intriguing and somewhat debated application of hypnosis. It involves guiding someone back to a specific age or period in their life,
Okay.
often to explore past experiences or emotions that might be relevant to current challenges.
So it's like a time machine for the mind, allowing someone to revisit their childhood or adolescence.
In a way, yes. The aim is to help the individual access memories, emotions, or experiences that might be contributing to their present-day issues.
That sounds like it could be really valuable for understanding the roots of certain behaviors or patterns. But like with forensic hypnosis, is there a risk of creating false memories here as well?
Yes, that's a key criticism of age regression. Memory is incredibly complex and malleable.
Right.
What we remember is often a reconstruction of the past influenced by our current beliefs, emotions, and even suggestions from the therapist.
So the memories retrieved through age regression might not be entirely accurate representations of what actually happened.
That's right. It's more about exploring the individual's subjective experience of the past, rather than uncovering objective truth.
Okay.
And it's crucial for therapists to be aware of this and to avoid treating age-regressed memories as literal fact.
That's a really important point. It underscores the need for careful interpretation and corroboration whenever possible.
Precisely. Now, shifting gears a bit, let's talk about another fascinating application of hypnosis, self-hypnosis.
Okay.
This is where you learn to induce a hypnotic state in yourself.
Self-hypnosis, I've always been curious about that. It sounds almost mystical, like something only a guru could master. Is it really possible for anyone to learn?
Absolutely. Self-hypnosis is simply the practice of guiding yourself into a state of focused attention and heightened suggestibility.
Okay.
And it's much more accessible than you might think.
So no need for a swinging pocket watch or a mysterious voice.
Not at all. The key is learning to focus your attention, relax your body and mind, and give yourself positive suggestions.
What kind of things can self-hypnosis be used for?
The applications are surprisingly wide-ranging. Stress reduction, anxiety management, improving sleep-boosting self-confidence, breaking habits. The possibilities are vast.
Wow. It's like having your own personal therapist on call 24/7. But how do you actually learn self-hypnosis? Are there resources available for beginners?
There are many resources out there.
Yeah.
Books, audio recordings, online courses, even apps.
Okay.
You can also learn from a certified hypnotherapist who can guide you through the process.
So like any new skill, you can either go the DIY route or seek guidance from an expert.
Exactly. And the great thing about self-hypnosis is that it empowers you to take control of your own well-being.
Yeah.
You become the director of your own inner transformation.
That's incredibly empowering. It puts the power of change directly into your own hands. Now let's move on to another area where hypnosis has made a significant impact, the field of medicine.
Okay. Hypnosis in medicine.
Yeah, I've heard a little about that, mostly in relation to pain management. But what other applications are there?
Pain management is definitely one of the most well-established uses of medical hypnosis.
Mm-hmm.
It's been shown to be effective for managing acute pain, chronic pain, even pain during childbirth.
I read an article about how hypnosis can help reduce the need for pain medication during labor. That's really interesting.
It is, and it highlights the mind-body connection and how powerful our thoughts and beliefs can be in shaping our physical experiences. But beyond pain management, hypnosis is also being used for a range of other medical applications.
Such as?
Well, for example, it's being used to reduce anxiety before surgeries, helping patients to feel more calm and relaxed going into the operating room.
That makes a lot of sense. I can imagine that a calmer patient would likely experience less stress and potentially even recover more quickly.
Exactly. And hypnosis is also being used to help people cope with chronic illnesses like irritable bowel syndrome or fibromyalgia. It can help manage symptoms, improve quality of life, and empower patients to take a more active role in their healing process.
So it's about integrating hypnosis into a holistic approach to healthcare.
Precisely. It's about recognizing that our mental and emotional states play a crucial role in our physical health and well-being.
This is all incredibly fascinating. It seems like hypnosis has the potential to revolutionize the way we approach healthcare.
It has the potential to be a truly transformative tool, but it's important to emphasize that medical hypnosis should always be practiced by qualified healthcare professionals who are trained in both hypnosis and the specific medical condition being addressed.
That's a crucial point. It's about integrating hypnosis responsibly and ethically into the existing framework of medical practice.
Exactly. Now, before we wrap up this section of our deep dive, let's remind our listeners about something equally transformative, the All Sorts podcast.
Okay.
If you're finding this exploration of hypnosis as captivating as we are, we invite you to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel on YouTube.
Yes, join our ever-growing community of curious minds by subscribing to the All Sorts podcast on YouTube. And don't forget to follow us on X, Instagram, and Threads for bite-sized insights and behind-the-scenes fun.
We love connecting with our listeners and sharing the wonders of knowledge and discovery. So spread the word, tell your friends, and let's keep the conversation going.
Absolutely. The more we share, the more we learn and grow together. Now let's move on to our final segment, where we'll explore the fascinating intersection of hypnosis and sports performance. Get ready to discover how athletes are using the power of their minds to achieve peak performance.
It's a fascinating area where the mental game meets physical prowess. Stay tuned as we uncover the secrets of hypnotic sports enhancement right here on the All Sorts podcast.
Welcome back to the All Sorts podcast, where we're on a mission to unlock the secrets of the mind, one deep dive at a time.
Indeed, and today we're exploring that fascinating realm where the mental and physical intertwine, the world of sports performance enhancement through hypnosis.
It's a topic that's both intriguing and a little bit mysterious. We've all heard stories about athletes using visualization techniques to boost their performance. But how does hypnosis actually fit into the equation?
Well, think of hypnosis as a way to supercharge those visualization techniques, making them even more vivid and impactful. It's like taking an athlete's mental training to the next level.
So it's about helping them to tap into the power of their subconscious mind to improve their game?
Exactly. Remember, hypnosis is all about inducing a state of focused attention and heightened suggestibility. In this state, athletes are more receptive to positive suggestions and mental imagery, allowing them to program their minds for success.
Okay, so what are some specific examples of how athletes might use hypnosis to enhance their performance?
Well, one common application is performance anxiety management. Imagine a golfer standing over a crucial putt, feeling the pressure and the weight of expectations.
Yeah, I can feel it already.
Hypnosis can help them to calm their nerves, focus their attention, and trust their instincts.
So it's about helping them to get out of their own heads and into the zone.
Exactly. And the same principle applies to other sports as well. A basketball player might use hypnosis to visualize making free throws. A runner might use it to imagine themselves crossing the finish line first. By repeatedly rehearsing these scenarios in their minds, athletes can build confidence and improve their performance under pressure.
It's almost like creating a mental blueprint for success.
That's a great way to put it. Another area where hypnosis is being used is in skill development. By guiding athletes into a state of deep relaxation, and focus hypnosis can help them to break down complex movements, improve their technique, and develop muscle memory.
So it's like fine-tuning their mental software to enhance their physical hardware.
Precisely. And this can be particularly helpful for athletes who are trying to overcome technical challenges or learn new skills.
Okay, so hypnosis can help with performance anxiety and skill development. Are there any other applications in the realm of sports?
Absolutely. Another intriguing area is pain management. Athletes often push their bodies to the limit, and injuries are unfortunately part of the game. Hypnosis can be a valuable tool for managing pain, speeding up recovery, and helping athletes to get back in the game faster.
So it's about tapping into the mind's ability to influence the body's healing processes.
Exactly. And the research backs this up. Studies have shown that hypnosis can be effective in reducing pain, decreasing inflammation, and promoting tissue regeneration.
That's impressive. It sounds like hypnosis could be a game changer for athletes, especially those dealing with chronic pain or recovering from injuries. But I'm curious, is there any evidence that hypnosis can actually improve physical strength or endurance? Can it make someone run faster or lift heavier weights?
That's a great question, and one that researchers are still exploring. While hypnosis alone can't magically transform someone into a superhuman athlete, there is some evidence that it can indirectly enhance physical capabilities. Well, by reducing anxiety and improving focus, hypnosis can help athletes to access their full potential. They may be able to push themselves harder, train more effectively, and recover more quickly.
So it's about removing mental barriers that might be holding them back.
Exactly. It's like unlocking their inner reserves of strength and endurance.
That's really fascinating.
Yeah.
It highlights the interconnectedness of the mind and body and how optimizing our mental state can have a ripple effect on our physical capabilities.
It does. And this brings us to an important point. While hypnosis can be a powerful tool for sports enhancement, it's not a magic bullet. It requires dedication, hard work, and a willingness to embrace the mental game.
So it's not about replacing traditional training methods, but rather about integrating hypnosis as a complementary tool.
Precisely. It's about recognizing that peak performance is a combination of physical prowess and mental mastery.
And just like with any other application of hypnosis, it's essential to work with a qualified and experienced practitioner. Especially in the world of high-stakes sports, you want to make sure you're in good hands.
Absolutely. Choosing a practitioner who understands both hypnosis and the specific demands of the sport is crucial. It's about finding the right synergy between the mental and the physical to achieve optimal results.
Well, I think we've covered a lot of ground in our deep dive into the world of hypnosis.
Yeah.
From debunking myths to exploring its applications in therapy, forensics, and even sports performance. What a fascinating journey it's been.
It has been a fascinating exploration, hasn't it? And the journey doesn't end here. The more we learn about the power of the mind, the more possibilities we unlock.
That's the beauty of exploration, isn't it? There's always more to discover more, to learn more, to understand. And that's what the All Sorts podcast is all about, diving deep into the curious and fascinating corners of knowledge, always with an open mind and a thirst for discovery.
Exactly. And we invite you to join us on this ongoing adventure. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into the world of hypnosis, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the All Sorts podcast on YouTube.
Yes, subscribe to the All Sorts podcast on YouTube and follow us on X, Instagram, and Threads for more bite-sized insights and behind-the-scenes fun.
We love connecting with our listeners and sharing the wonders of knowledge and discovery. Spread the word, tell your friends, and let's keep the conversation going.
And remember, the power of the mind is limitless. Embrace your curiosity, explore your potential, and never stop asking questions. From all of us here at the All Sorts podcast, thank you for tuning in.
Until next time, keep those minds curious, those hearts open, and those spirits adventurous.
Bye for now.